what's up. Yo, Mist, welcome in. Did I set? Yes, I did. Okay. I'm like, am I live on YouTube? And I am, so we're good. My freaking work spent so long yesterday. Yeah, it was a time. I'm just gonna be complaining about that for a bit. So bear with me. So the person who was supposed to, like, who had the shift after mine, so the way it works, I deliver pizza, and we sort of have, like, staggered, overlapping shifts, if that makes sense, right? So, like, someone is, like, first shift, second shift, third shift, and, each time, it's not displaying time on my Twitch chat, what the hell? Basically, it's like the later shift you are, the later you get out. Everyone shows up before, like, 5 o'clock, but it's just a matter of, like, how long your shift is. But the person who was supposed to leave after me just didn't show up, I guess, or, like, called in sick, so I got bumped to the shift after. So I got out of work an hour late. Already off to a great start. And it just, like, work itself was also just, like, pissing me off. Just, like, we have a new computer system, and people are still trying to figure it out, and so everyone's kind of, like, misinformed. And so people were telling me things that I just kind of, like, took for granted, which, you know what? On me. I'll take that on the chin. But yeah, like, I thought people were supposed to be working on things that they weren't, and that I needed to be doing, and so, like, I was, you know, kind of misled in that respect. And yeah, it sucks. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing a bit of farming because I have free will, and I don't need to immediately hop into Stormblood. Quick gathering. Yeah, I need a bunch of Electrum for, like, crafting stuff that I'm trying to work on. Yeah. It's just, like, a time. I need to clean off my desk mat. Getting kind of grimy. Which is not what you want to hear. But it is the reality. Yeah, that's what's been up with me. I got home, washed my hair, and by the time I ended up, like, I got home at, like, 11:15. And yeah, just, it was catastrophic. My sleep. Yeah. Anyway, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time zone you find yourself in. My name is Gluefoot. Deities, gentle them, somethings, and simps. I had this ready to go, I swear. Smooth brains and simps, there we go. Deities and gentle thems, smooth brains and simps. You know, first you're complimentary, then you're derogatory. It all works out. I don't even know how much Electrum I need. I'm just gonna get a crap ton. And yeah. Also, like, the gather point per yield, I feel like is better on, or per item gained, better on the gift abilities than the yield abilities. But there is an upper limit to, like, how much this works, I guess. You're saying I can be a simp now? I mean, I suppose that wasn't ever really forbidden, was it? But at the same time, like, I don't know. Just don't be weird. You can be a simp, just don't be weird. That's how I'll put it. Or like bad weird. You can be good weird. Good weird is like having a special interest. Bad weird is like what year were you born in and what's your mother's maiden name. But like officially, I don't know. The idea, I'll admit, the idea of having simps is like weird to me. I don't know if that's because of like a self-image thing or what. It's probably not something I'm gonna like bring up in therapy though. Monk. Okay. Can I hide? Oh, right, inject. Glamour. Glamour. There we go. Literally just have a glamour for the headband. Not yet, anyways. Yeah, true. Alright. So when last we left our heroes, we had captured this little fish creature. Little sentient catfish, and it had led us into a trap. And we were trying to find Yukiri where she had gone because we want to go to the mainland to help liberate Doma. So, you know, we're here at the British consulate in Japan. I mean, the Eorzean embassy in Hibanshi. Game seems a bit loud versus Mike. Thank you for letting me know. How's that? Any better? Ooh. Savage Might materia. 3 level 5 materia isn't bad. Can meld those up, at the very least. I can at the very least use them as fodder for pentamelds. I've started, so because I've figured out I've been getting very into crafting, TLDR. Yeah, and so, like, for that you need, or rather, specifically, spirit bonding. So I need materia to advance in the crafter quests. And so I'm like, yes, okay. Let's, I'm now much more into, like, materia and being like, yes, pentameld everything to get the maximum spirit bond on it. And then, like, leveling alchemist and stuff will help for, like, spirit bomb potions. So it's all kind of, like, feeding back into each other. Alright then, Kyoto should be coming around soon. I think it's time we had a little chat, don't you? I do like the quest accepted sound for this. Rise and shine, little fishy. I know you can hear me, so stop pretending to be asleep, or I'll give you another ride on my boot. I like her. No. No more boots. All my secrets are yours for the asking. Tell us what you know about Yugiri and Gosetsu. Every last detail. And if I find out you lied to me... No more lies. The clear, unvarnished truth. You have my word. Also, let me turn the game down a little bit. Because I am, like, peaking my mic. Let's try that. Could also... I need to be, like, putting a compressor on my microphone. Only the samurai did I meet. Yes, only him. He asked after a ship, so I provided an introduction to the Garleans. You mean you led him into a trap, as you did us? Perhaps you are an Imperial spy. No, I am no spy. It was just business. Your ships pass through Kugane these days, and we have struggled to make ends meet. So when the Garleans offered a bounty for any domins found in Kugane... Oh, my mistake. You're not a spy, but a common cutthroat. Not that I'm surprised. You need half a brain to be a spy. So what happened to the samurai? Oh, such cruel, vicious tongues you have. He would not go quietly, no. Blades were drawn, men were cut down, and the Sekisagumi came. They took the samurai away. Hold on a moment. You mean to tell me the E-gene they arrested the other day was Gosetsu? Oh, had I but known. He is in the custody of the Sekisei Gumi. I need only see to it that the requisite funds find their way to the right official's hands, and your friend will walk free. So you're bribing him. As it is in Uldar, so it is in Kugane. But, given the circumstances, seems we have no choice but to resort to morally questionable means. We'll make a pragmatist of you yet, Master Alphino. Yeah, Hancock is, he is a character, I'll give him that. He's a bit of a shit, but, you gotta admire the commitment. You are free to wait here while I speak with the relevant official, but if you would rather go wait for Gosetsu outside the barracks, we can go together. I wouldn't put it past the Imperials to try something again, so mayhap it would be best if Lise, Arden, and I joined you. He's a rat bastard, yeah. There's a song I need to share with you that's called Rat Bastard. Right, if you just look up Rat Bastard by Jack Ruby, I think that's the band name. It's a fun little, like, punk song. Alright, but what about Gyodo? I will keep an eye on him for the time being. We can release him after you return with Gosetsu. You will doubtless have some choice words to say for the little fellow. Soroban, mayhap it would be prudent to prepare your ship for our immediate departure. As you wish. Everything is in order? Then let us be off. Sekisei Gumi barracks are to the north. Yeah, I'm honestly, like, I think the next step for me in terms of streaming is definitely to listen to, my VODs and, like, tweak the audio. But I'm just, like, afraid because I know it's gonna be terrible, and so it's this feedback loop of, like, I know it's bad, so, like, it remains bad. Ooh, this is nice. Must ask that you wait here. You may be assured that this will not take long. Is it really going to be as simple as he says, do you think? Probably been arrested as well. He said it wouldn't take long, right? Because this feels a bit long to me. Well, feels long in terms of video game time, yeah. Calm down, Lise. Everything is going to be alright. Much as I hate to admit it, I share Hancock's dim view of government officials and their supposed incorruptibility. From what I've gleaned of the Far East, they are probably exchanging lengthy pleasantries. There seems to be a correct way to do everything here, bribery being no exception. I say we leave them to it. Right, Aden? Okay, I'm gonna mute these quests real quick. Re-put your stone. That one I might actually just turn in. Catfish thing, magic technique, just Spain coming. And that one's a fun one to leave up, I'll leave it up. There was in boss fight when you said who the band was, Rat Bastard by Jack Ruby. Jack is in, like if Jack White's last name was the color of a gemstone. Rather than, you know, all colors at once. Right. Everything's fine. Probably. I mean, it couldn't be as bad as the last time we stood around waiting for something to happen. You might have to look on Bandcamp for it.
You.
Okay, so at least he is in there.
Was that
That was Gazetsu. I'm sure of it. He's in trouble. Lise, wait!
Oh. I suppose we should follow her then.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn up the dialogue in comparison to everything else. Make it a moment.
Victory to the samurai!
Oh, trial by combat?
How many is that now? 10 in a row?
Gazetsu!
Oh, this is a surprise! What in blue blazes are you three doing here?
I like Gasetsu.
I could ask you the same thing. We've been looking all over for you, and then I suddenly heard you screaming.
It would seem there has been a misunderstanding. Allow me to explain.
Hey, can I listen to the explanation, maybe?
So, in summary, you started a brawl with some off-duty Imperial soldiers and were subsequently arrested by the Sekisugumi, whom you somehow befriended and convinced to set you free if you could defeat a given number of them in single combat.
Okay, yeah, that actually...
10 bouts for my freedom, aye. 'Tis but a pity you came too late to witness the last one. And with that, I'm free to go, yes?
Our word once given may not be broken, but we pray you make every effort to avoid future altercations.
Dude goes to prison for
Circumstances
fighting, gets out of prison by
notwithstanding, my
fighting.
lord, we are honored and grateful to have witnessed
Jail, not
firsthand
prison.
the skill of a Doma samurai.
Oh, he gave his bribe for nothing.
And we had just concluded negotiations. I gather my assistance was not required.
Let's see. Determination. Okay, yeah, determination and tenacity is funny because it's like, ah, yes, willpower. But then there's mind. And it's like we just have like 5 words for the same thing.
I must apologize that you endured such trials and tribulations in search of me.
There's no need for that. You had no way of knowing we would come looking for you. You were after a ship to take you to Doma, yes? It just so happens we have found a willing captain.
Truly, what a fortune.
We'll tell you all about it back at the company offices. Alphino and Tataru are waiting for us there. Okay, also, something I've noticed that I just need to gush about a little bit. This being like a perfect square knot is actually just so satisfying. Like, they could have done like a granny knot on the back of this, but like, it being a loosened square knot, just like, it's perfect. It's amazing. I love it. Favorite part of Gasetsu's costume, no question. Anyway. Eugene District, or Ruby Bazaar. Okay. Huh. Oh, Gasetsu, thank the 12 you are unharmed.
As you can see, Master Alphino, I'm the very picture of health.
Yeah, but, well, better than when you went overseas on like a 3-week dinghy trip.
You, vile fiend, malevolent trickster. How kind the kami are to grant me vengeance so soon. But first I demand you return the coin you so villainously embezzled from me.
You have every right to be angry, good sir. Gladly would I return to you your coin had I not been forced to repay certain gambling debts beforehand.
Setting that matter aside for the moment, where is Lady Yugiri? Was she not traveling with you?
For a time, aye, but we parted ways some while ago. Better improve our chances of finding Lord Hien.
Lord Hien?
Forgive me. I have yet to explain. Lord Hien is the heir to Doma's throne, and our master. His was a passionate voice for the cause of Doman liberation, and when we learned of the Emperor's death, it only grew louder.
So you seized upon the opportunity and rose up to reclaim your freedom, only for your hopes to be dashed when Xenos led his army onto your lands.
Crown Prince was a merciless foe. Against him and the might of the 12th, we had no chance. Once Lord Hien understood this, he bade Yugiri take to the sea with as many of our people as possible. He, however, would stand and fight, that they might have more time to escape. I remained by his side as well, and together we carried on our doomed war. And then, one day, in a fierce battle, we were separated. I knew not what became of him, and only that he was beyond the Empire's reach, and that to find him, I would need Yugiri's aid. The situation grows more perilous by the day. For the new Viceroy, Yotsuyu is a black-hearted villainess who delights in the torment of our people. There is not she would not do, tongue twister, to further her pursuit of Lord Hien.
Thank you. I believe that makes matters a good deal clearer. It should please you to learn we are come to aid in Doman Liberation Front in resuming their efforts to overthrow their imperial oppressors.
Allow me to join you. My inquiries here bore no fruit, hence my desire to return to Othard. Once there, I can lead you to our headquarters in Yansha, where we shall all be reunited with Yugiri.
Mayhap not all. Alphino's talents would seem better applied here in Kugane, working closely with the Taru and Hancock to feed us intelligence. There is a Gallian embassy just down the road, after all. Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence. I would be glad to accompany you all. This is sojourn in the field, so to speak. Come now, brother. A competent commander assigns his soldiers the tasks best suited to them, as you of all people should know. You are so very good at espionage and intrigue. All must serve, each in our own way. Very well. It would seem my place is here. This is like... I'm realizing now that, like, the way this is being applied... I mean, it's somewhat, like, alluding... Or, I don't think it's maybe referencing it, but it feels like the famous, perhaps infamous, depending on who you are, quote, to each as they need, from each as they are able. Shout out to my boy Carl. This is what you wanted with an egalitarian system, buddy. Saraban is waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot. Alright, tier number 2. Yokaze hostelry. Alright, let's go. gonna talk to this guy because he requested a... You're welcome, my foreign friend. How may this humble servant of the Lord Bugyo assist you? Guy looks like he's from SMT. Ah, so you are interested in Shirogane. It would be my pleasure to tell you about the district. Ever since Kugane opened its arms to the world, the number of visitors continues to grow. And among those who come, no few remain here for extended periods. Such lodgings as are available in the city no longer suffice to meet demand. In order to address the accommodation shortage, Lord Bugyo has established a residential district upon the nearby Isle of Shirogane. Plots of land on the isle are being released exclusively to foreigners, who may build homes upon them as they see fit. A tidy solution, I'm sure you will agree. If you wish to learn more, I invite you to take this boat to Shirogane. There, you may speak with the district official and inspect the isle at your leisure. I'm good for now. I have been waiting for you, my friends. All preparations have been completed, and my ship awaits its passengers. So we depart. Can I even do housing on the free trial? I don't think I can. I can visit residential districts. I know I can do that. I don't think I can do housing, though. Which would be really nice because I have a bunch of decorations I need to store. So we depart without further delay. After you, my shelled friend. If you insist. With me, everyone. The Ruby Sea awaits. So there's no way that dude isn't some, like, obscure TMNT reference. Like, Soroban is some kind of Japanese artist. So adjusting my mic.
I remember the water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun.
Always with that slow walk. Oh, that's so cool. Reminds me of that map from Monster Hunter.
Stretching from horizon to horizon.
Rise, that's what it is.
You could almost believe it went on forever. But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othard, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
What the hell is that? Right, now that I remember, let me adjust the sound settings. Oh, I had turned down everything. Okay. Well. Yeah, dialogue has just been a bit quiet. So we're gonna try this. This is a really nice slider, actually. This is what I want in Borderlands 4. Borderlands 4 has some audio issues. I like need this to... I need this to be in every game, please. Or at least like some variant of it. Listen. I need to try playing on controller at some point. Wait, can I... Character configuration. Controller mode. Surprisingly good. No, I know it's good. I've heard amazing things about it, honestly. I just need to tweak the UI for it. Because, like, this is a mess, right? This is not good. But I'll do that some other time. I'll do it when I set up like quick hotbars. or expandable hotbars. Because I still need to do that. How wide and beautiful she is, the Ruby Sea. Filled with promise and adventure and treasures. Oh, many wonderful treasures. It's relearning the HUD, yeah. But, like, I do like that the, I don't know who did it first, but, one of my favorite things about playing Dragon Age on controller, or at least, 2 and 3, I didn't try Origins on controller, but, at least playing Inquisition on controller, the super enjoyable thing was the ability to, or just like how the UI was designed, that it's like, it just literally maps onto the controller, right? Like, it's visually oriented like the controller is. I don't like how the ending sound, though, is the Garlean national anthem. Now, in order to reach the shores of Othard, you will need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without making the necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel. And your life, should you resist. But this fate can be avoided by paying the Ruby Tithe, thereby earning you the blessing of the Pirate Lords. So, let us go and greet them. Our destination is the Isle to the west. It doesn't look very far to me. Aden, why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. An excellent idea. I think you shall find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the Isle. Was this the patch that they implemented swimming? Because I noticed that I could swim in, or the expansion, I guess, where they implemented swimming, because I noticed that, you could swim in, what was it? Rogger's Reach. So can I... Wait, hang on. Is there a quick travel here that I'm missing? No, dang it. I should have put on an Emperor's, a full Glamour Emperor's set. You could always swim, but going underwater was this expansion. I see, I see. I should have put on a, ugh. God, Aetheryte is so far. I should have made a total Emperor's, Glamour plate. Unable to apply Glamour plates here. Boo. So that I can, like, swim in my skivvies. How do I go under... What? Can I not go underwater here? I'm about to unlock that. Alright, this should be easy. And a good way to loosen up before the next fight, whenever it comes. I haven't been swimming in such a long time. When the Gil says I beat you there. Not if I have anything to say about it. Also, damn, I'm holding my breath for a long time. Am I breathing through my ears or something? Real quick. This is on my mind. Let me get some, crafting materials. Okay, anyway. I love just having... love having this ability. Just some extra in-combat healing is going to be so nice. Here you are. I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one with whom we must speak is a man named Tansue. Invalid target, dang it. Wanted to start fights. Yeah, I've been doing Ishgardian Restoration for crafting, so I now have access to actually, like, a lot of dyes. Been really nice. I haven't taken advantage of any of it, just because I haven't taken the time to bother. But, like, I took a look, and I was afraid that because I had to get rid of, like, my stockpile of dye, that... Oh, hey! Good to see you. I know that name. You can't fool me, Mist. Not that you were trying to. I've seen you, because you, because every time I do, like, me new in the Discord, you always pull up the Kupo bot as well. Unsway, isn't that a drink? A tongue sway, I think is what I'm thinking of. I fear you have taken the advantage of me. Or, I fear you have the advantage of me. What? Most honorable and esteemed Aden Vode. I am Tonsway, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of a shellback, I presume you have business to discuss. That sounds like a slur, dude. Oh, this will actually be really useful for... Either way. Yeah, just having more materia for, like, pentameld fodder is actually kind of nice. You wish to pay the ruby tithe, yes? With your gil, perhaps? It is just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I would pay for their passage to Arthard. Does this sum meet with your satisfaction? The sea has been quite tempestuous of late. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely, unless you tripled it. Do you take me for a fool? I know the price, as do all. Alas, we live in interesting times. If you came from Kugane, I should think I need not tell you that. Shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters and our custom, and the foolhardy sharpen their knives in anticipation. Meaning? Sir, you got to come quickly. The bastards are at it again. Tried to convince them to stop, but they're not having it. Very well. I'll be there shortly. Proposition. Your comrades strike me as a worthwhile investment. I will not hear men name me a cat before Koban, though I shall consider their tithe paid, not for what they have done, but for what I expect they will do. I'm not sure what to make of that man, but at the least the matter of our tithe is settled. For now. What was that he and the other pirate were talking about? Maybe we ought to go and have a look. Yeah, crafting has actually, like, gotten me very, very hooked. Oh, and I'm guessing I have to... Yep, okay, where's... 41 yalms to the southwest. I was like, 41 yalms is very close. The crafting is just such a satisfying loop in 14, I found. Like how, like it all very quickly comes together. 863 yalms to the north. How the hell do you want me to traverse this, buddy? I need to go back and, like, unlock all the difference. Also, again, okay, you know what? Through whatever I was doing, I'm going over to see what that is. Actually, I want fire crystals. just need to remember to enter freestyle right as I go into combat. Did I get anything there? No? Okay. You. What's Snoko? The only issue is trying to keep stocked on crystals. Yeah, hence me going after the sprites right now. Actually, also, since I'm here... Yes, there we go. Aha! Oh, was not expecting a flying shark. Hopefully that'll stay up. But while I'm here, might as well get some collectibles. Oh. And I can't. Dang it. Wait, no, I can swim. What? I have free will. Because it won't let me swim past here. Oh, okay. So I was on a camping trip once. In Grand Teton National Park, and we were in the backcountry. We had a permit for it. We were going to go to this island to, like, it was a school trip, and part of it was, like, taking, like, okay, now I really need to know how to get underwater. May need to look at the controls for a minute. Was, like, observing the wildlife, right? Like, being like wildlife biologists. So hopefully I get there before that expires. Why is it? Yeah? Why is it saying up? Like not getting any closer. Oh no, the stuff just isn't refreshing. Okay. No, we're still good on internet connection. I'm just bugged out, I guess. Did like the whole of my UI bug out? What is this? Alright, well, anyway. Yeah, but, like, most people were taking, like, the canoes, because we had canoed out to our campsite. We're taking canoes over to this little island, but a few of us, like, challenged each other to swim, and I was super down for it. I was also the worst, because I was not very in shape. But that was one of the best experiences I ever had, is like, yeah, swim half a mile. And I'm like, hell yeah. I want to do something like that again. I'll have to wait for the summer, though, because doing that in winter is dubious. Okay, I'm actually, like, not going to make it over there, I think. No? Okay. I'll have... If I can get up whatever this mountain is, I'll be able to get to that collectible before it expires. But I have like a minute and a half to do that, so we'll see. Because I think they only last for like 2 hours. And it was 4 when, or 4 Eorzea time. I've become very well acquainted with Eorzea time. It was 4 Eorzea time when it popped up, so I'll have like a minute to get it, maybe. No! I might need to be able to fly in order to get that. Usually up for roughly 5 minutes. Yeah. No, yeah. I had been farming collectibles for script for the relic weapon that I'm trying to get. But I was farming those in Heavensward areas. So I was very much looking forward to getting more collectibles here, but it appears that that might not be in the cards for me right now because I can't fly. Alright, well, Go get that etherite, then we'll head back. 'Cause I did the math. An Eorzean... Yep, there it goes. An Eorzean hour is 3 minutes real time. Because a minute is... 3 seconds. In Eorzea time, I think. Anyway, we're gonna go to Onokoro and then, like, loop back around. Gonna grab all the stuff. Might as well, you know? 38 yalms to the west. 239 yalms to the west, rather. Okay, so it's gonna be in here. In this village, roughly. Oh, cool. I can go to Kugane from here. Okay. Yeah. My estimate seems to be accurate of an Eorzean minute being 3 seconds real time. Finishing up my water, or sorry, my coffee. Ugh. You not have a chocobo porter there, or a falcon porter? I love this map, though. Also, I finally made it to that tower on accident, I guess, even though I got, like, sidetracked, like, 3 different ways. Yeah, I wish the distance rendering were a bit better, but still looks really cool. Like, that's a cool landmark. Cool landmark. Probably the least cool landmark, but still pretty cool. Cool landmarks. Cool landmark. Like, it's got a lot to incentivize you to go around. And swimming is different, you know? It's, like, fun that way. Oh, you're underwater. Should have guessed by the fact that its name is Tamamizu that it would be underwater. Alright, let's, Keybind. Movement. Control spacebar. Oh, that's just in flight. Flight. I'll go between first and third person mode. Camera on target. Oh, I didn't realize that was an option. There are lore reasons. For it being underwater? I don't doubt that. More so just like literally trying to figure out how to go underwater right now. Unless I can't go underwater in this specific area. In which case, understandable. Have a nice day. Okay, yeah, no, I just don't know the keybind to go underwater. Unless that's something that's restricted on the free trial too, in which case, Rippy Dipperson. Okay, well, let's head to the actual objective. So my form is immaculate, given I'm in, like, the worst clothes possible for streaming. Or swimming. Ugh. I'm actually in great clothes for streaming because they're, like, decent street clothes that are also just really comfortable. And allow me to, like, adjust my position freely. Auden, the streamer. Yeah. Yes, this is the streamer right here, not the voice you hear in the background. Ignore. This is just a voice in your head. Yeah, I love this map. If like Doma has like a map that's like the Chinese mountains, with like those giant cliffs, then this might be my favorite expansion in terms of map design. Sea of Clouds was great. I think it was underutilized and really hampered by the fact that like you don't unlock flight immediately, or like you have to unlock flight. So it's kind of like restricted by that, and they have to have like footpaths everywhere. Yeah. But in this, they don't need footpaths everywhere because you can swim. That's kind of a distinction. Anyway. Oh, I can't go into freestyle. What the hell? Anyway. I'm not getting any water crystals from these guys. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Now I got water crystals. You knew the voices were real. Oh. Oh. I was gonna say no camera motion, but... Oh.
Gentlemen, I'm told you are most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pilot. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us.
I was gonna be like, I'm not gonna help this guy with extortion, but if it's against the Empire, I'll allow it.
You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But
Hubris.
if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
Sabotage, be discreet about it. You know the oceans. You have guerrilla warfare on your side. So I want that outfit.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight.
Shouldn't surprise me that you're that
The
you
problem,
have
you see,
Emma
is that
Llama
many of my
emotes.
comrades in the Confederacy are
Our
of
tastes are very
Doman
similar.
descent. And the acting viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their
Yeah, I know of
services
Emma.
without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I think I found her through a raid or something. By the way, I follow
understand.
most of.
If the Guardians are causing the Confederacy this much trouble,
I'll tell
and
you
if
more
so
after this
many of you are
cutscene.
Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own. Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat. And the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory, or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soloban and put us here at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
Okay. Yeah, so anyway, I think I found Emma through a raid. But I... From there, I just, like, started... I just started following all of, like, the VTubers that Clue Seller had done art for. Because, I'm pretty sure I found her through a raid from, I think, Matara Khan. And, you know, she had her, like, first model done by Clue Seller. Emma has had a model done by Clue Seller. And then Yenna Youngblood, who's, like, with one of the medium-sized corpos, also had her model done by Clue Seller. But they're all very fun. Emma is especially fun. She was playing the DMC reboot yesterday, or maybe the day before. It was a fun time. It was nice to be a bit nostalgic and go back to, like, watch someone playing the DMC reboot. Because I had not seen gameplay of that in a long time. And I was like, no, like, there was, like, stuff that I liked about this that I think still I would like. It is definitely a very different experience from, like, the rest of Devil May Cry, but like, the gimmick's actually, like, pretty solid, I think, in the DMC reboot. The gimmick of, like, angel and demon weapons. Needed a bit more time. I think that it would be more interesting as a, like... That gimmick is more interesting as, like, a Metroidvania. But yeah. Someone has to have made a Metroidvania with, like, a style counter, right? Like, I haven't played Dead Cells. I might need to do that. But... yeah, give me, like, games that should bang. Hollow Knight... or, no, sorry. DMC Reboot and Ultra Kill. It just doesn't really feel like a DMC. No, yeah. I highly recommend Dead Cells. Yeah, no, I think with my roguelike addiction reaching a fever pitch, I actually need to get back into Risk of Rain. But I've been playing, well, really just a lot of Slay the Spire off stream. But then, like, with how much I've enjoyed Hollow Knight and sort of the Metroidvania stuff, as frustrating as some of the exploration can be, like needing to backtrack a lot, it's become a lot easier as I become more familiar with the game, which I think is kind of the joy of it. But I hear you on, like, the DMC Reboot doesn't feel like a Devil May Cry game. Like, yeah, I think tonally in terms of art style, just like in a many number of ways, it is a hard left turn away from what the series was doing. Which is, you know, understandable given that it's a totally different studio making it. There were rumors that, like, they were making a different game before then, and then they just kind of, like, morphed it into Devil May Cry. Yeah. Anyway, style meters in games, I guess, is kind of the bottom text for this meme.
We waiting for? Come, Sorbonne cannot have gone far. Though, now that I think on it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless it may be prudent to return to his ship. Or at least to the Confederate encampment.
Do I have a quick travel there? No, not really. Well, we're gonna smack some sprites on the way. I need to look up rotations for Monk now that I basically have the endgame kit. Like, I think the only thing that really changes about the kit for Monk past level 60 is, like, OGCDs, which, fine. I guess Wind's Reply. Okay, that gets added, but, yeah. But, like, the core loop, I have the core loop, the rest is just upgrades. And then, like, maybe, like, one or two more abilities. Riddle of Wind. Riddle of Fire, Earth's Reply. What does Riddle of Fire turn into? Can I not view that? Riddle of Earth, Earth's Reply. Oh, Fire's Reply. Okay, so it is a weapon skill. Fire's Reply and Wind's Reply. Yeah, but that's not until Dawn Trail, so, eh. Anyway. I don't know whatever happened to this game, or if it continued getting updates, but a roguelike that like, one of the first roguelikes I played was a game called Necropolis. I loved the art style in that. But I never really went back to it because I got, like, frustrated early on. It had gameplay similar to like, Dark Souls. Like, the combat was very similar, at least. The progression, no. But the combat was very, like, stamina, you know, stamina, block, strike kind of vibe. Yeah, I'm just leaving you behind, buddy. So are there set bonuses in Final Fantasy XIV? I found myself asking that and not really following up on it. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. Interesting that there's not set bonuses. Pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiances as a whole. You understand? Oh, Kami be praised. Too often our shell is quick to judge all Kojin for the deeds of one. Right then, now that our business with Tan Sui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. Yeah, actually, the monk gear will be useful. I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. Ah, that reminds me. Then, would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less like we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades. Yeah, I would hate that. Oh, you're one of the Ijin from the beach. Leaving us already? No need to pay the tithe, like Tansui said. On the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you. For a fair price. Yusui. Ansui. That's Sui, not Sui? Anyway. Sure. You! Yes, you. You know of the Ruby Price, the fortress in the middle of the Ruby Sea from which the Bakfu soldiers survey the surrounding waters. The other day, we found one of their men stowed away on a ship we confiscated. With a bit of coaxing, he eventually confessed to doing some underhanded trading with the Red Kojin on behalf of his superior. Seems he thought he could avoid paying the Ruby tithe by hiding aboard someone else's ship, but no one gets away with crossing our waters free of charge. As such, I am looking to track down this superior of his and have him compensate us. If I try to sail the Ruby Price and look for him myself, however, I'll be blasted to smithereens before I even make it halfway there. And you could go in my stead? There is a man by the name of Ikaruga there. He is an old friend, and should be able to identify who our captive superior is. So I guess it would just make the game more complex. I'm kind of glad that there isn't. I was just wondering because it's like, would feel like a good way of build expression, but I guess that avenue is just kind of missing. All aboard. Let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari. Wait. Hansui said the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Isari chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away. Very well. I know just the place. Here we are. I am reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I have fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Soroban. Truly, we are blessed to have such a... Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best, and hope that we shall meet again. So we finally arrived in Othard. All we need to do now is, liberate Doma. Ah, yes. That. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor. The element of surprise. Unlike in Girabanya, Imperials don't know we're here. That's a bit of an assumption. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect the Doman Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit. But before all that, we need to see if this fishing village is the one Tansui was talking about. It may well be. I smell cerulean on the breeze. Ooh, intrigue.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
Oh, this fucker.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
I can take her.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Filth and squalor everywhere I look. How very Doma. What I wouldn't do for a drink.
Oh, that was super quiet.
Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom.
Oh, no. Okay, you're just evil.
I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You are free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Korjin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word.
Yeah, you're gonna ask him to execute the other guy.
Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
God, those eyes are crazy.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
Oh, that's...
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
That's messed up. At least he didn't kill his parents. Damn. We can't. Not now. As much as I want to put them in the ground.
He's right. They would simply take the villagers hostage. We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness.
No, you don't reveal an
approach
advantage
the village
until it
alone
has a
and identify
maximum
myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
Ah.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
No, he's got a
We
point.
live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go.
Yep.
Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
Pulled off a few of those before.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, You may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Oh, that, like, Jenga tower? That's the next thumbnail, is I'm just gonna put a Jenga tower and then put the Stormblood logo over it.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
And why do you want to kill them?
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
That's a cool screenshot.
Bring him to the tavern.
Mm. Okay. I hate it as much as you. Maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Setsu's gamble has gifted us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes? For want of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. Oh hey, would you look at that? Oh no, I just need to go over here. Okay. Up for a bit more of a swim. Rasen Kaikyo. Isle of the Zeki. Whirlpool something? Okay, I'm gonna look up how to swim in a bit. Also, I need to get some food. I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten in, like... Shit, I may not have eaten in, like, 24 hours. I'm gonna be so real. Seem to have evaded their patrols so far. What is that tower, anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to my map, we are on Onokoro, and the tower is known as Heaven on High. A mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Oh gods, listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Alpha now. Next thing you know, I'll be saying things like, as you are doubtless already aware. Over there. Do you see it? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. I can't see a single stray arrow. Oh, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you two, was it? Hey, more killer walruses. Calm down, we have nothing to do with... Wait, what am I doing? Can't possibly understand us. Probably not, no. Time to run, Lise. We save our strength for any that give chase. You too, Aden. Alright. Big Yuki hides. Oh, that'll actually be useful for crafting later. I should keep those. God, inventory management has just been very rough, though, in terms of crafting. Since I don't have access to, like, retainers and stuff, I've had to be very careful about what I keep and throw away. Bruh. Even with retainers, it never gets better. I see. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. Fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people of the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to, sharing an island with these things. Now all we need to do is convince them to help us. $201 yalms to the east. Oh, yeah, I never picked up the thing in this village. Where is it? Hudson to tower. Okay. Northeast. Okay, so it's up here. I'm gonna pick this up just while I remember. West. West. We going west. 9 yalms to the east. Oh, there it is. I was like, we're very close now. Ether currents, Ruby Sea. 2 more on foot. Fringes and the peaks. Where the hell's the what? Oh, the peaks was right. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be going back there. Oh. Ugh. So how am I doing on company seals? No, I'm fine. Oh, there's a settlement here. They've even got their own aetherite. Wait a minute, I've seen that standard before. When we met with Tansui, which means this place belongs to... Oh. I'm gonna save on the gear for now, because let's see, what level is? You're 55. Oh. I'm just gonna go for the materia. Alizé seems to be amused to find herself standing outside a Confederate settlement. And we have found a Confederate settlement. Mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. The Gosetsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor. The same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. Oh, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for the tithe. Unlikely, but not impossible. Well, while I'm here, just now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, I can't meld materia to stuff that high yet. Wait, do I need to... hang on. Try that again. General advanced material melding. Oh, okay, no, I do need to be like blacksmith. Oh, is it just that I can't equip this? Vegetarian pickaxe is gonna last me a while. Just thinking like what the hell is my astrologian's arm? Unless the astrologian's arm can't hold material. Yeah, I'll be keeping that gear for a while. I think this is fine to put materia into. Level 60 Disciple of the Hand. Okay, cool. I was misunderstanding the melding requirements. You just need to be any Disciple of the Hand, not a specific one. I'm assuming. Excuse me. What wind brings you hither, of all places? Are you not bound for Athar's shores? But it's been a minute. Yeah. Yeah, been a minute since he had the level. I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject. No. And what do you want? Second opinion? Very well. Come with me. I'll take you to the captain, Rasho. Just like that. An audience with their leader. Very accommodating. Must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people. And this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me in Revenant's Toll. Ooh. Lise, be careful. Be very careful here. I'm gonna need you to put that white girl energy on hold for a minute, okay? Okay. New headcanon. Alizé is shouting "Go white girl go" at Lise when she gets drunk. But the plot twist is that Lise is not actually drunk. Because of like she's just like an extreme heavyweight, so she just acts drunk. But she doesn't know that she's being like made fun of when she's being told "Go white girl go." I guess she's technically. Can you call are Alamekans? I don't know. Race operates differently in Eorzea, obviously, if at all, because there are like different species, right? Like race, species. That distinction doesn't exist on planet Earth, but it does on Eorzea and like in D&D and stuff. And so, anyway, that's just the energy Lise gives off. Anyway. Greetings, you must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but The thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh gods, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand, we're in a hurry, so I'm going to stop talking now. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found the world over. But not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. So it all started when we tried forming this thing called the Crystal Braves. Gesetsu, former leader of the rebellion. I know of him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Isari? Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remains secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. Oh, I love that. I've come to the conclusion through less systemic circumstances, but the phrase hate is a luxury is something that, like, it just makes so much, like, it's just, I don't know, it resonates on a, like, foundational level for me. You're free to come and go as you please. You will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. You would excuse us. Oh god, I need to be hydrated. Ugh. Hey, Aden, I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gesetsu told us to come here for a reason. He may have believed we could convince them to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we have the same mind. It's little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust. More aggressive negotiations, I see. I know I'll heal up naturally, but that's just fun to do. Got plenty to eat by the looks of it, though it's mostly the same stuff. Wonder if they trade much with outsiders. Probably not, given the whole, you know, extortion racket. Bunkai! Anyway.
Used to pay the ruby tide, we will strip you of everything you have, including the very clothes on your back. Yeah, ha ha ha!
Anyway. Iwashiro? Nawashiro. Taking an interest in the ship. Good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time she was a beauty. Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones, like this Sekibune, only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently, with the Imperial bastards throwing their weight around. If it wasn't for them, oh well, no use moaning about what you can't change, eh? Okay. You can't even conduct your piracy properly. Interesting. Is a pirate who doesn't raid even a pirate? We're gonna play identity politics with pirates here. This pier could be so much better constructed. A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. Close inspection, however, most are empty. They are lacking in supplies and trade. Right, and we don't want to reveal ourselves to the Guardians. I was like, oh, we can conduct raids on them. We could do it with disguises. Wouldn't be too hard to disguise ourselves as Doman insurgents. But that would be pulling an Ilberd, and actually, so probably shouldn't do that. The arms and armored have been piled up haphazardly, showing no signs of recent use or maintenance. They haven't been fighting. They're afraid to fight. Because they don't have the supplies for a conflict. Or even to, do their bit. Wait, no, it's not just that. They haven't been fighting, but they also haven't been raiding. But they're low on supplies because the Imperials have them, cornered. So they need to raid. They're actually on the back foot. Not that they're in a tense agreement with them, it's that they're losing. Have a good look around. We just need to wait for lease. Or lease Navi dot. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I just wanted to talk to many as people as I could. It's just as Tansui said. I have no intention of standing up to Yotsuyu. I don't know if you two got a different impression. Situation is coming to a head, yeah. I agree. It's obvious they are struggling to survive, and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later. And deep down, they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. We need to prove them that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? Wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that. And you know it won't be the last. Okay, I'm glad that this is a running theme, as annoying as it is on, a gameplay point. It is nice that they're like, yeah, no, you need to, go from the ground up. Revolution has to be grassroots, is, the point of this, it's, the point of this expansion. Oh, savage aim, yeah. We've learned the emote Eastern Bow. I'm gonna do some crafting real quick. I need one more. I'm gonna have like 3 Electrum ore left over, and that's gonna be annoying. I don't know, I just kind of wanted a break from the story. I'm gonna be so real. Having the little bars fill up has honestly just been so, like, comforting. I don't know, it's just been, like, on my mind a lot. Anyway, okay, that's enough for now. Not the only one who feels like that. Yeah, no, it's like honestly part of what gets me about it is that it's like it's its own mini game, and I could gripe with the fact that all of the crafters function the same, but like it's kind of nice that they do. Actually, I think having each crafter function differently would just make would just make the whole thing too cumbersome. Oh, Kami, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? Were they playing Go? New recruit from far-flung shores? Listen well. I have a task for you. Go first to Aokumo, below, and receive of him medicine for men of the earth. Then to Quickscape Pier, and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly now. Ember Duskthorn. Oh, you're a scholar. I'm at the behest of Afumi for medicine. My very best is yours for the taking. Pitiful the lot of this dome and unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate could raid a dozen ships while in his cups. Mayhap this one should return whence it came. It's kind of mean. While I'm over here, might as well pick up the other quest, though. You strike me as a strong and capable individual. Got a job for you, Westerner. You're courageous as well. On the beach far to the west lies the carcass of a gyuki, feathered with arrows. I'd have you go there and retrieve those which may still be of use. Oh, those the one we saw earlier. Well, you are about it. I should be glad if you were to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat in gyuki tails, you know. But I did say you would need to be a courageous sort, and I meant it. This beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns its child. Really, dude? What happened to respecting the wildlife? Oh, why are you? You know, you're probably gathering very specific stuff. And that's why you're here. You're level 100. Huh. Aranami is not a man accustomed to being kept waiting. You there! Aye, you. Have you seen a bumbling clod of an Aura? New recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onokoro. He's late in returning. Strange boy he was. Quiet and brooding. Reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. Better that than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligation. Cool, and off we go. I don't have my usual granola, because I ran out of honey like a week ago. And I don't have any maple syrup or agave syrup to use in its place. So yeah. I'm gonna have to make like mashed potatoes, or I have some like leftover mashed sweet potatoes. We're gonna stick some flour in that, maybe some mochico flour, and make like a sweet potato mochi waffle kind of deal. It may not work. Oh, I should probably put an egg in there too. Try it with just the egg. They're actually starchy enough as it is. And then we'll see. Oh, why does it shift and shudder still? Sounds good on paper, yeah. Medicines? Leave them here. You may look down on me for resorting to such measures. Oh, I would do aught to render the world stable and motionless once more. You are kind, Zizafumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I'm able. Okay. My. What massive tentacles you have. Oh, I suppose if I open up with Forbidden Chakra, then that lets me go into the forms correctly. I mean, the mashed sweet potatoes are already, like, spiced and everything, so... like, put some cinnamon, some Chinese 5 spice in there. Good time. Cast about for the Confederate recruit, but see no one matching his description. Shit. Oh, that's like a world boss. Okay. No one matching his description yet again. Link, can you not? Okay. No one matching his description. Young Auri man looking behind the rocks to the west. Is he hiding? Taking a nap back here. You fishing? Who are you? Do not look like a man of the Confederacy. Forgive me. It was but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own, and I worried she might have lost her way. We laid her rest in a boat and pushed her out till the current claimed it. For the sea is our home, now and ever. Those sent thither with burdened hearts may drift back to shore, it is said. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters and lost her life to it. But my vigil is ended. The vessel has not returned to Onokoro. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on. Neat little bit of world building. Alright, well, now we need to go participate in some poaching. Just gonna chill there? Okay. Daimyo. Nice. So the giant snail thing is a daimyo. Which is weird, because I only know that word in the context of, like, Yakuza. Like, the RGG series. Or wait, no. No, that's not where I know it from. It's from, I know it from, like, feudal Japan. What am I on about? I'm thinking of something totally different. Hello! Alright, well, nothing lasts forever. Yay, love me a good 15-second interact cast bar. Insert mod on carving animation, yeah. You've been away for some time. Perhaps in search of a young Gyuki corpse? Actually looks really good. See, I did not misjudge you. Oh, thank you for your help. Would that I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. Pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. But under normal circumstances, we are not bothered hunting Gyuki as game, but as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows too must be reused when possible. A prudent measure become necessary, alas. With every passing day our future grows more uncertain. This day we shall have full bellies, and in that we must take solace. Wayward travelers need not risk the ire of vengeful Gyuki by wandering near my neglected kill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your aid. Oh, yeah, no, that corpse caused us a ton of trouble. Oh, my recruit. Did you find him napping on the beach or some such? He was mourning a fallen comrade. Huh? What? This time he was standing watch for the funerary vessel. Huh. So rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It is good that you went in my stead, else I might have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. You're being less generous with the gil given from MSQ. In Heaven's Ward, MSQ gave a ton of gil, but now here it's just like, yeah. Speaking of, what's the daily duty? Ooh. Alright, healer, on for leveling. Oh, how much is the 6k gil? 9.6 gil, okay. Let's see, am I tracking the... I need to track the, hey, or watch list. Here we go. Okay, cool. I am tracking the tank mount quest. Only 30. Level 300... Complete 300 dungeons, level 61 and above. Okay, I've unlocked, like, one... Oh, have I unlocked any level 61 dungeons, actually? Siren, literally the only one is Siren Song Seat. Okay. Moogle treasure trove event. Okay, interesting. High level duty restart tonight. Oh, mouse dying? Nope, game is... Okay. Whole... OBS just, had some issues. Are we good? Uh-oh. No, okay, we're good. Cool. Yeah, OBS just glitched out. Doman was raised in the mountains of his homeland. First time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tosses and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the water, it is not long before he can no longer stand. But he will grow accustomed to this life. He's hardly the first, after all. Captain 2 was once of Doma, though he cast aside all 20 and 5 years ago. When the Imperials took his lands and the lives of his parents and brothers. Perhaps you too will renounce your ties and join us someday? Aye, I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. Pansui unfolded all. Think on my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys on the land, but the sea holds salvation. The sea swallows all. Don't I know it? Alizé's stone. Like, for gonads, or? Irase. You've been busy, haven't you? Now you're here to ask if I need help with anything? Now that you mention it. Lately, we've had trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out of the water and making off with our fish. Damnedest thing I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. Bigger stones than a lot of people? Yeah, no, exactly. Got to cull the thieving bastards regularly. So happens I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of these rotting fish as bait. I'll not be needing them. Oh, and maybe see if you can find the other group. They've been away longer than I like. Sun-ripened chum is certainly a way to put it. Dragoon! Steady in!
Dragoon.
I love that part of the Joe Cat videos. I really wanted to watch the game show he did, but then I saw that they had spoilers for like everything up through Endwalker, and I'm like, The problem is I can't really consume Final Fantasy content. At least I have to be like very mindful of it. Do you mean I need a target for my chum? So I'm keeping an eye on the time. I still may only be able to do about 3 hours today. Since I need to go grocery shopping. Well, I guess I don't need to go to the specific store that I'm thinking of. You sense a hostile presence. Hey, buddy. Okay, let's find the other destination. The other destination. Any bathroom notes around here? No. I guess I did just get rid of all my gauges and stuff. Whoopsie. Yeah, also I'm just like generally feeling tired today. After yesterday at work, I'm frustrated. The streaming has been nice though, just being able to like hop on and kind of like do something. Even though, well, yeah, no, I'm actually not going to qualify that statement. It's been good. I think it's healthy to, or it's been healthy for me in my specific circumstance. Streaming is a bit, can be a bit testy all around, but oh, that was the second one. Okay. Ugh. I like how this one has a little hat. I guess a lot of chocobos have hats, but like this specific, I like this specific one's hat. Gaming his ups and downs, finds more enjoyable than not. Yeah, right. Sharp shell of the red. Down you go. Oh, wrong one. Oh, Kami be praised. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. My partners and I got separated when we fled. You haven't seen them, have you? Unfortunately not. Oh, damn. Before the Kojin started chasing us, the leader asked if we were Doman. They're Tsuyu's catchers, I know it. First Asari and now this. I've got to tell Rasho and the others. Yeah, I think the joy of streaming, for me, at least like at this level, comes from... honestly comes from like the joy of potential. But like, I think something that will hopefully continue is the joy of like sharing my experience with others. I think that's something a lot of people my age, specifically, you know, sort of like early Gen Z, late millennial time period, have experienced is sort of a, like, we've experienced the destigmatization of video games, and I think streaming is a way to welcome and embrace that, right? You're just, like, sharing your specific interest with more people, and even if it's not visibly reciprocated a whole lot, right? You know, small stream. If I'm lucky, I get 2 CCV. You know, but even just the idea of like, yeah, no, like I'm putting this out there and yeah, people call me cringe. I also, dude, like I got fucking laughed off stage at a high school talent show. Like, I don't think you can do worse to me. Like I have fully transformed into the cringe. I am become cringe, destroyer of based. I don't know. Anyway.
Ah, there you are, Arden. I heard you went shark hunting. We too did our fair share of beast culling, though I think Lise made a stronger impression when she was bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I'm told. I should like to think we have proven ourselves to be rather... Why do I get the feeling you have something important to tell me?
Kojin have been encroaching on their lands.
Kojin mercenaries rounding up Doman Confederates. Surely Yotsuyu has crossed the line now. Must go and speak with Rasho immediately. Even he cannot deny that this changes everything.
Because it actually brings you joy, i.e. G-posing. I'm gonna look up what that is real quick. Oh, group posing. Okay. It was a specific Final Fantasy thing. Yeah, no. I was like, but like, I thought you were saying like T-posing, like you're just like out there T-posing in public. Which, fair, honestly. Just T-pose and make eye contact with somebody.
At least I should like to think that he cannot.
Oh, also, I hit the, speaking of like, well, I don't know, I'm actually more reminded of it because of the job, but, so there's 2 primary, like, game stores that I go to in my area. One of them that's closer by, honestly attracts, like, the very, and you may know of it, Mist, but, attracts the very, like, sweaty Magic the Gathering crowd, both literally and figuratively. They also, like, there was a bit of a fiasco with the Final Fantasy Commander decks, where many of them were marked up to, like, even double the price, because of demand for the decks. And they had marked it up, according to them, to prevent poaching, or price gouging. There we go. Basically, people, like, buying the commanders for singles and then, like, selling the singles off. And I was like, okay. It's a bit weird, but okay. And then I went to the other game store, and the other game store gave it to me gave the Final Fantasy deck to me at MSRP. And like I told them the reason that the other game store had, and they're like, and the dude literally rolled his eyes and was like, yeah, okay. Like, and I knew that he wasn't like rolling his eyes at me. He wasn't. He was rolling his eyes at the other store's reason for it. But I had also, like, previously, before this, applied to work at that game store with the sweaty magic crowd. And I had to follow up 3 times. This was 6 months ago. I still have not received a reply. And meanwhile, this other game store, they have, like, a rewards program. They, I'm not sure if they sell singles. The first place may be the only place that like sells singles for Magic cards that's nearby me. But anyway, the last straw for me with that store was someone ordered a pizza there for D&D, and they didn't even tip 10%. Final fucking straw. Like, I can tolerate your weird-ass business practices, because magic is just a kind of, honestly, shit show economically. I can accept that. I don't like it, but I can accept it. I cannot accept someone who comes to your D&D nights tipping me 8% on an order. And it wasn't like it wasn't a big order, but it wasn't a small order either. It was like 2 pizzas and a side. 2 pizzas, like a cheese bread and like a salad, I want to say. Like, not a small order. I can carry it on one arm, but it's not a small order. And it's like, okay, you're asking me that I bring it to you in the back of this game store where you are playing D&D, and you're not gonna tip, or at least not tip well. And that's just the final fucking straw for me. I am not associating with that store. I now have a vendetta against this store. Like, fucking, yeah, no, I hate that store now. Know a couple that it could be. Yeah, I've talked about it to you before. I'll tell you off stream which one it is specifically. Point is, it is literally the closest game store to me, but also might be one of the like I'm abandoning any sense of like support small businesses. I'm like, no, fuck these guys. Your patrons are shit. Your practices are shit. Your business operations is shit. Me, I'm fly as fuck. Like this, like that's where I'm at. Yeah. So, like, I don't buy for a fucking second that someone cannot tip $5 on a $50 order. That's what I mean by, like, not big, not small. The order was around $50. And they tipped, like, about $4, I want to say. No, the order was $60 and they tipped $4. Oh, was it 70? There was a whole fiasco with it. I have the, I'd have to look, but I remember that it was definitely less than 10%. And like 10% to me is the minimum because, for reference, I make sub-minimum wage. I make $5 an hour, where in my place of residence, the minimum wage is $7.25. I'm allowed, the state allows the business to pay me $5 an hour because I am expected to get tips. I'm not allowed to talk about tips though. Like, combined with company policy combined with the general American taboo around talking about tips means that, like, I just can't, like, and also if I'm like shitty to someone because they didn't tip well, that actually comes back to me. Like, I get written up for that. I've never done it before, but because I know that I would be written up for it, not because I don't want to. So yeah. Anyway, rant over. Back to Final Fantasy.
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds, we owe you many thanks. But something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
Oh, we have better words now. Also, how's the dialogue volume?
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsuyu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
How convenient that recent events should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
Yeah, kinda.
They had no part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this.
Kinda has a point, though.
They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction. So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy. We endure. We survive. There is no better path. Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
Oh, you don't want to start with least, buddy. Try it. See what happens.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is. The question being, do you trust me?
Not really, but I'm down for a good scrap. Ask me again later.
We can't stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice. If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought. You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Doma, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
What, the three of you, just like that?
Yeah, we've done more.
Actually, my esteemed colleague here will attend to it on his own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome. If we succeed, you help us liberate
Yeah, she got
Isari.
balls.
If we fail,
Gonads,
we lose nothing.
stones.
A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
The little miss does make it hard to refuse, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
Yeah, I think that's my... The fact that the theme used is the... or like the leitmotif diegetically is the Garlean like national anthem kind of ruins the music for me. I'm not a fan. Yay, level 65. What did I get anything? No, I get riddle of fire at 68. Okay. That's like my next ability. Oh. Alone you deal with the Kojin. You're set upon this course, I shall give to you a word of advice. Two factions have the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the red. Those who belong to the blue are traitors. They have made no pact with the Imperial, so may be willing to aid your cause. Seek the blue on the Isle of Bekko. There you will find a cave. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Captain. We shall endeavor not to keep you waiting overlong for your sign. Right then, let us head for... Wait, where's Lise? We cannot leave without her. Pulling double booty. Ooh. Under the sea. Under the sea. Oh, is she taking a swim? Full double booty. Or not. Oh, some earrings would be nice. Ah, I don't really need them. Okay. What do they look like, though? Glamour, if the glamour potential is there... Ooh, yes. I like that for glamour. Okay. Your clothes, your manner. You must be a man of Eorzea. You know of the East Aldenar Trading Company, then? I hear they're a fairly prosperous vendor where you are from. Your acquaintances with the Gugane branch office owner? Oh, the chief's been searching high and low for a well-connected man such as yourself. Oh, but before we get into that, allow me to introduce myself. I am Hansaku. And you would be? Aden Vode. Aden. That should be easy enough to remember. Now, Aden, do me a favor and meet with the chief, would you? Ever since those damned Garleans strengthened their grip on Hingashi, our contacts in Kugane have quit trading with us. Could really use our help in establishing a new business partner. Please, I wouldn't ask if I wasn't desperate. You see, I only just joined the Confederacy. Life has been hard, really hard, for me lately. And if things were to fall apart here, I'd have nowhere to go. To the west of this place is a tiny lodge. The chief should be there. Unfortunately, I cannot leave my post to show you there, but I trust you'll find it easily enough. Counting on you, Aden. And we'll get to that later. Oh, she's not quite going for a swim. Close enough, though. Push her in. It actually would be very fun. Aden, what is it? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wander off. I just wanted to have a think. You're worried we won't be able to live up to our promises. No, it's not that at all. If anything, I'm frustrated that I didn't think of it first. Ida and my father had a way with words. They knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always hoped I might have something of that in me too, but I'm starting to think I don't. What am I even doing here? Well, you're a great fighter, for one. You took on the Viceroy, like, empty-handed, basically. Please, you... Gods, listen to me. I don't know where that came from. I forget I said anything. New places to go, Imperials to fight, and friends to save. We're not going to get any of it done by standing around here moaning, right? Right? When we first traveled to Girabanya, I was in Limsa visiting a friend. A young child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back, I passed a patisserie which sold some of the most exquisite-looking tarts I had ever seen. I've always preferred cookies, to be honest. Nevertheless, I decided to stop and try one. Oh, is she talking about Arya? Treat you to one when this is all over. Aden too. And I won't take no for an answer. What about Y'shtola? We'd never hear the end of it. Girls' night? Alright, alright. Y'shtola too, once she's better. Deal? Good. Then let's hurry, shall we? We have a million things to do before then. Yeah, I think she was like alluding to Shraha and Arya. I need to... Now that I'm in Stormblood, you need to progress the Red Mage quests. I need to level Red Mage. I think my Red Mage is still at like 60. Yeah, red mage is still at 60. Oh, wait, where am I going? Ah! Yeah, I'll do this until my chocobo drowns. Alright, I really need to get on top of, like, actually putting in the overlays that I've pulled from, like, VGen and stuff. I just got, like, some free ones that some people had done in the past. And I mean that in terms of, like, they were on these people's VGens for free. And they were saying, take this for free, just give me credit. Which, hell yeah, we love those. Yeah. I don't know what the equivalent to that for voice acting would be, though. I guess LibriVox. Which is just books in the public domain. Ooh, wait, is Count of Monte Cristo in the public domain? I would be super down to do a narration of that. One of my favorite books of all time. But someone's probably already done it. Yeah, someone's already done it. Oh, wait, and that would actually be super useful. Okay. There has to be, like, some sort of VLC extension that lets you play audiobook. But I think LibriVox might be the way to kind of test it. If it doesn't exist, then, like, test making it. That honestly would have been actually... I could see that... Okay, I know you were joking about the push her in, but I think pushing her in could have actually been a very, like, fun, tender moment. It's like, don't, like, surprise push her in, but, like, come up beside her, be like, hey, what are you thinking about? Well, do you want to go for a swim? No? Too bad!
I think this is the Isle of Becco. Though, to be honest, it looks the same to me as however many other islands are around here. Rasha said that this was a cave that would lead us to their village. We should search further inland.
Gotta make sure to keep up on the Wondrous Tales. Hello. Whoop. Oh no, we're going down. Okay, we're good. Like, am I gonna take this fall all at once? Okay, yes I am. Famous last words. You're gonna push me back up? Yep. Ah. $118 yalms to the east? I'm not going that far. Hello. This reminds me of a place in Subnautica.
Is that light I see up ahead?
No, it's Kira. That's a sick aetheryte. This is so cool.
We appear to be standing inside a giant bubble. By the 12. I think we're on the seabed.
Lisa's face just got to me.
Well, well, I thought I heard familiar voices.
Soroban, what are you doing here?
He even lives down in the New York sewers.
What a curious question. I live here.
Then this is the home of the Blue Kojin.
Just so. I bid you welcome to Tamamizu.
Well, that was good foreshadowing in the in the beginning of the stream. How fortunate that we should find a familiar face in this place. We should tell Soroban about our situation. Anyone here can help us, it's him. Oh, tell me, my friends, what strange tides bear you to our home? It is indeed a most dire predicament, but perhaps an opportunity for us to craft yet another profitable arrangement. Very well, I shall introduce you to our leader, Bunchin. It will be up to you, however, to present your case. I want to attune to this ether, right? I want to touch it. Let me touch it. Hey. Okay. I got Subo. F-san. Bunchin. Yo, that's sick.
Welcome, guests. Gratitude to you for aiding Soroban in his negotiations.
We thank you for your hospitality, honored elder. Pray forgive me my brevity, but I wish to discuss an urgent matter.
So, you seek to compel our Red Brothers to forego hostilities for a time.
Ideally permanently.
That's right. We know your two clans have your differences, but what with you being brothers and all, we thought you might be able to share some secret knowledge or something?
From far above, you have journeyed here in search of our wisdom. You shall have it. All creation is a tapestry, through which the divine is interwoven. Kami are legion, and they can be found in the great and the small. Though they come and go as they please, they favor certain vessels. The ancient, the precious, the exquisite.
That little voice in Yoshi P's
We
head.
Kojin covet these vessels, these treasures. We go forth and bring them home to keep them safe and bask in their divinity. They bring prosperity and joy to us and our children. Yet, how are we to seek these treasures above if we made enemies of the Garlean Empire, powerful and far-reaching as they are?
We're not asking you to aggress against them.
Wiser to join with them. So resolved the Red Kojin.
It's actually very wise and empathetic of you.
Cautiously and carefully, for the Garleans are blind to the divine, nor will they suffer their subjects to see. So the Red masquerade as mercenaries who seek money and power, and never speak of their faith in the presence of their masters. To honor the divine, they deny it. A twisted and misguided path.
Aye, aye. Kami will not abide such foolishness. This they shall learn to their sorrow. While our red brothers live by the sword, we blue Kojin uphold the old ways, engaging in trade and valuing peace. Alas, men distinguish not between our clans, and judgment for the doings of the red falls unjustly upon the blue. Thus do men grow more and more reluctant to deal with us,
Red versus blue,
denying
but
us
it's
our
TMNT.
treasures. This cannot continue.
On that point, we are in agreement. You are willing to aid our cause, then?
There is a way that the red may be driven to retreat into their shells.
Like, Halo Machinima was something special.
But to share with you this knowledge,
like, people ain't doing that with Fortnite.
Secrets of the divine. Assurances must first be had, trust forged, a bargain struck.
Well said, Elder. In great crises is great profit to be had.
Delight not overmuch in such things, Soroban. Now, tell our guests what must be done.
As you wish.
Well, I've no idea what we've gotten ourselves into, but so far so good, right?
Might be, might not. Okay.
Listen well, my friends. We require your assistance with the search of a priceless treasure, Yasakani no Magatama. This jewel, this most sacred of Kojin relics, was in the possession of Hingashi, until they decided to present it to the Garleans, a gesture of conciliation. The Red would not abide this, though they plotted to seize the vessel bearing it to their imperial masters. Alas, though they succeeded, in the ensuing chaos the Magatama was lost to the sea. We wish to recover the sacred jewel before our brothers. However, were we to come into conflict with them, it would be problematic. Therefore, we turn to you.
Do you want us to reach the ocean floor for this treasure of yours? I'm not sure how we're supposed to do that without, you know.
Drowning? Ah, fear not. There is a ritual I can perform to imbue your bodies with a powerful blessing. But first, you must prepare offerings for the sea. I require twisted ruby coral, several fist-sized sea snail shells, and a freshly harvested unkyu carapace.
It's quite the shopping list. I will see to the shells, and these can look for the coral. Aden, would you go and find an unkyu and relieve it of its carapace?
Carapace? What is this, Roshar? Okay, anyway. It's a bit of a dumb joke. Oh, those are the things it wants me to... Is those things that it wants me to kill? I'm kind of confused. Anyway. I just know for a fact that on, maybe not on Saturday, but, Costco puts out their last rotisserie chickens at 4, at least the Costco that I go to. And so I want to make sure to get there when they're fresh. And that's how I know I'm an adult, is that I care about when Costco puts out their rotisserie chickens. it's right there, Alizé. Okay, well, I guess this was my job. I'll deal. There we go. That is something I don't want to mess with. It will end me in a blink. I want to go watching Emma Lama play DMC the other day. Did make me want to go and finish up Bloody Palace for 5. Because I want to play... I don't know that I really want to play 1 and 2 of Devil May Cry, I'm going to be honest. But I do want to play 3 and 4. And I want to finish Bloody Palace on at least Nero in 5. I think I've done it on Dante. I can't remember. I think I got to like floor 90, maybe. But I've done Dante Must Die difficulty in 5, so... I've done everything except the gimmick levels. I haven't like S-ranked everything, but that just takes a while. Well, have you the Unkyu carapace? He's gonna make us masks. How splendid they are! The Kami shall be most pleased, I'm sure. I got it! I got the ruby coral you wanted. And I, the sea snail shells. They're about the size of... Alizé connects sea... Alizé sells seashells by the sea snail shore. Alizé sells... Lease sells sea snail shells by the seashore. Whatever. It's my fist, though I realize now you may have meant yours. These shall more than suffice for our purpose. Next, we must make ready to present them to the sea and perform the ritual. Once it has been completed, you will be able to move freely through the depths and find the Yasukani no Magatama. Out of curiosity, how large is this sacred jewel of yours? Unless it's far too large to be carried by the 3 of us, how are we even supposed to find it? The Ruby Sea is not exactly small. Surely you realize we have been searching this whole time. The area we wish you to explore is but a small fraction of the Ruby Sea. Already we have scoured most of the seabed within our territory, so... to no avail. All that remains is a region to the west. The shellless of Suino Sato can provide you with better guidance than we. You would do well to visit them first. Shellless? You mean the Koji not the only ones living under the sea? Of course not. The Rayan have been here as long as I can remember. Yosai, the overseer, I believe, can tell you more when you arrive. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. We've yet to carry out the ritual. Ooh, that's cool. Sad that it's only for the Shadowbringers classes, though. Oh, that's nice and simple. Glam potential, not as much glam potential. Although I think you can buy these from vendors, so I'm not going to bother. Are you ready, my friends, to explore a world unlike any you have ever known? Well, now let's go to the western part of the village where the water twists and turns, and there complete our preparations for the ritual. Sword in the stone. But like this is like what fantasy is for. Stuff like this. Straight up like Gungan type shit.
dove into the water a moment ago and said to wait here until he returned.
It is done. Your offerings have been given to the sea. The ritual can begin at last. Come and stand before me, my friends.
They're gonna be masks. I'm calling it. Gonna be like diving rebreathers. So keep adjusting the game volume.
Yes, yes. Listen to my words, and let all else wash away. Listen to my words, and feel them flow into your heart. At first a trickle, then a flood.
Sounds awfully like the Dark Knight West.
O Kami of the fathomless waters of the fallen, the ascended, the flowing, and the becalmed, caretakers of the shallows and of the depths. Receive of us our meager offerings, cleanse these ones of earth and stone, and grant them your blessing, that they might drink deep of the divine. The ritual is complete, my friends. You may now breathe in the depths as you would upon land.
I wasn't expecting actual magic.
Strange. I don't feel any different. Are you sure it worked?
Reasonably. The blessing does have its limits, of course. While it will allow you to dwell in the depths, it will not help you traverse them.
I can swim well enough. How about you, Alize?
You didn't learn to swim.
Oh, like a fish, in contrast to my doggy-paddling brother. Somehow, the boy just isn't very buoyant.
Skilled or no, your bodies are ill-suited to the sea. Your cause demands alacrity, and you shall have it. But first, let us take to the water.
Such a terrible joke by Alize. Uncommon Alize L.
Incredible. I could swear I was breathing air.
Now I shall summon for you noble steeds of great strength.
Chocobos? Manta rays. Hopefully I don't go out like Steve Irwin. Fuck, it is a manta ray. Not a stingray, I hope. Okay, these guys don't have stingers, cool.
Wow, look at them! I bet they could take us all the way to the deepest depths of the sea.
Just don't get the bends.
And so they may. After we've won over the Confederacy, rescued Kosetsu, and liberated your respective homelands.
Lise does just kind of need a vacation, though.
Should you become parted from your steeds, return to me, and I shall call them again. Take care, my friends, and may the Kami speed you on your way.
Okay, I'm gonna finish this segment and then end stream, I think.
We'll find that treasure in no time. Come on!
Okay, I think I've officially like not eaten in 24 hours now. Hey buddy, please don't stab me through the chest. Diving unlocked. Owing to Soroban's blessing, you may now dive into deep water and stay submerged indefinitely. Underwater settlements like Tamamizu or Suinosato can be accessed via circular portals.
leave deep water, you need only swim towards the surface. Conversely, to dive into deep water while swimming on the surface, press Control Spacebar. Should you become separated from your steed, speak with Sorobon in Tamamizu to mount a striped ray. Oh, they even have a Lala for this. You and all your flying mounts have received Kokotan Tribe's ancient blessing and can now breathe underwater indefinitely. If you're riding a flying mount, you can go from flying to diving by descending into the water at the proper angle. Special emotes such as water flip. Finally! Can only be used while underwater. These emotes are indicated by a unique icon. Okay, cool. That adds a lot of new potential. In Sorobon we trust. Oh, okay, that's to get back on the mount. Wait, what happens if I go in up here? Must be Suino Sato, the Ran village Sorobon told us about. Right then, let's see if they can't help us find the Kojin's missing jewel. Is there like a portal here or something? You may now perform underwater emotes. Sure, what's one more? That's not much of an upgrade. To Suino Sato, then Chiosai the Overseer should be around here somewhere. Yes, one of the locals will be able to point us in his direction. Though, now that I look around, I get the distinct impression we are not welcome here. I mean, there's an Aura here. Anything I might help you with, sir? No, nothing. Wait, is that what they meant? Is that they're all Al-Ra? Oh! Ra'in as in Al-Ra. Oh, Auri is the, like, night. Al-Ra. Ra'in, it refers to, like, the day. Al-Ra. Whatever. They're the ones with, like, the bright horns. Huh. Interesting. Faisal. Currently in the middle of delegating fishing tasks. Unless what you have to say is great import, pray come and find me later. Mozu Mahiwa. Who are you? Oh, you're an otter. That's cool. So, this is our man? Leave this place and never return. We have no need of wide-eyed wanderers. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. My name is Lise, and these are my friends, Aden and Alize. We're looking for the overseer of Suino Sato, Chiosai. That's you, isn't it? Ojin of the Blue sent you hither, did they? I am no overseer, nor would I ever claim to be one. I am the High Priest of Shisui and the Violet Tides, Chiosai. So you are the man we're looking for. Great. We need your help. We're looking for this jewel called the Yasukani no... Stop. I will hear no more. We will suffer no outside troubles in our sanctuary, especially those of would-be treasure hunters. I don't know what others sound like. Quiet, Isobe, or there will be no dongo for dinner. I can do naught to aid you. I say to you again, leave this place, and never return. At the very least, sir, you might condescend to us. You might condescend to tell us of your village, and of why you are so loath to show us even the most basic courtesy.
Suino Sato is our sanctuary. Under the benevolent leadership of the Ruby Princess, sovereign of Shisui, we Ryan enjoy our humble yet fulfilling lives. It was not always so. Long ago, our forebears were driven from their ancestral lands. Beneath the waters, they sought refuge from the ravages of war, and here they flourished. All that we are, our culture, our traditions, was born of the sea, as was I. Though we have engaged others in diplomacy, it has ever been with the utmost caution. Isolation and independence are essential to preserving our way of life. So it was when Doma fell 25 years past. The Ruby Princess, in her wisdom, decreed that we would take no part. As it was, so ever shall be. Forever and ever apart. Forgive me. I understand how highly you value your way of life, and how you will suffer none to endanger it. You may be assured that we have no desire to do so, and I would hope that we have given you no cause to assume otherwise. You have not. But this changes nothing. Regardless of your intentions, it is not my place to break with tradition. I must consider the wishes of all who call Suino Sato home. For me to defy their will and permit outsiders to remain would be a gross betrayal of my responsibilities. Please, do not ask this of me. Thank you for your time, sir. I was like, that's it? That was easy. And so it continues. Another village, another deaf ear. Clearly, Girabanya is not the only place with walls. I'm starting to wonder if this was all a huge mistake. Setsu couldn't have known we would take this long. Only hope he's still alive. Hey, what next? We're just gonna give up? Oh, cutscene. Meanwhile, in the Tavern of Isari.
I tire of this filthy tavern, and its still filthier clientele.
This scant reward for your treachery, aye. A painted woman of your rich experience deserves a better class of customer.
Calling her a hooker.
Oh, name-calling. Is that what we've been reduced to?
Orphan of the Nayuri. Widow of Sashihai. What joy it must have brought you to be revenged upon us all.
Not enough. Not nearly enough. My appetite for your agony is as an abyss. Bottomless. Insatiable.
Well, that was an
Before
intense
you
fan
die,
service moment.
You will cry and beg and prostrate yourself upon the earth. You will crawl on your belly through the muck and the piss and debase yourself for my amusement. All of you. But you think you are made of sterner stuff? Rather than have him beat you, mayhap I should have my oaf go and fetch your master's head.
He's standing right there and you're calling him an oaf.
Oh, poor Lord Kaien. Kami rest his soul. Noble leader of a fallen nation. A fine puppet he made for the Viceroy. for a time. 25 years he was content to serve his masters as a dog. And then everyone had to rise up and get themselves killed. Tell me, how did it feel to fail him that day? To live with the disgrace of his death? Not that you were a stranger to living with disgrace, of course. In the what was it? 25 years since you were humiliated and tossed into an imperial jail? You had plenty of time to get used to it. Oh yes, I heard the stories.
That's just how they
about the
jail.
samurai who would do anything to return to his master's side, even if it meant pledging his blade to his sworn enemy. They say he walked with death, that he slew 1,000 men in the Empire's name. Truly a tale for the poets.
I do not deny my sins, but I will not be reproached by the likes of you.
Oh, I mean not to reproach you, but to praise you. You're a survivor, samurai. Just like me. So, let us not dwell on the past, you and I, and instead give thought to the future. To wit, I would ask you again to help me resolve this vexing matter of Doma's missing heir. Living or dead, it makes no difference, really. But the Garleans are most insistent that we put this problem behind us. And I know you helped him flee. So tell me, what became of Lord Hien?
So that was when he finally turned his back on the Empire.
To my dismay, the details escape me at present. Mayhap your dog could jog my memory.
Kiki.
Get on with it, and mark me, Brute. There is no limit to how far you can fall.
Of all the bloody stupid... Ah! When I get back to Eorzea, I'm gonna find that little shite, and I'm gonna make him pay.
You can most certainly try. Alright. Seem to have reached an impasse. And to make matters worse, every solution I can think of will only take more time. I suppose you have any ideas, do you, Aden? Could ask the villagers if they know anything. Sorbonne sent us here. We should ask him. Find some red coach and encourage us to talk. Ask the villagers, I think. Right. You're the ones who came from above, yes? If we could have a moment of your time?
Mine apologies. I did not mean to startle you. My name is Ihanami. This is my wife Unagi. We were wondering, have you any news from Doma? If so, we should very much like to hear it.
May I ask why?
If you must.
Oh, this is Yugiri's parents.
Our daughter fought in the rebellion. We've heard naught from her since. Be too much to hope that you know of her, but her name is Yugiri.
A little cat paws. She brought us into this whole mess. I mean, you look just like her, come on.
Oh, Kami be praised. She lives. She lives.
Excuse me.
I'm looking for her too, actually. But I'm sure she's alright.
We had no idea she hailed from Suino Sato. How did she come to serve Doma as a shinobi?
Well, began when she was a little girl.
She and another child crept out of the village, having grown curious about the outside world. Doma they went. They met a young boy, a proud son of Yansha. His tales of imperial impression left a lasting impression on her. When she returned, she spoke passionately of the Doman's plight, and urged us to take the boy in. But my wife and I would not hear of it. We thought the matter closed, but she never forgot his words. She became convinced that the Garleans would one day come for us. They will. And it was in search of the strength to defend us that she left, years later, to learn the ways of the shinobi. When the Ruby Princess learned of this, she forbade Yugiri's return, lest she bring misfortune to us all. We protested the judgment, but there was naught we could do. And so our daughter, who wanted only to keep her people safe... Surely there is something we can do for these people? They who gave her aid and succor when no other would.
I am but a humble stonemason. But if it is the Yasakani no Magatama that you seek, I may yet be of some assistance to you. The jewel is known to possess an unusual property. With the naked eye, it is as jade, but when bathed in particular light, it shimmers with a divine resplendence. I have mined similar materials before. To find them, one must use these lamps. They cast an invisible light under which stones sparkle. Radiation? We're carrying around radioactive rocks, under which the stones sparkle. In the deepest depths, they are invaluable. Time to get irradiated. Not great, not terrible. There is a sunken ship to the east. Though the currents may have spirited away her cargo, you should begin your search there. Thank you so much. We'll do just that. I hope you find that which you seek. I only wish there were something more we could do to assist you. Know that you will be in my prayers. And when next you see our daughter, pray tell her not a day goes by that her parents and her brothers do not think of her. Was the other boy, Sudoku from the Dark Knight quest? Oh, we will. I promise. The Palace of Lost Souls. Also, I need to unlock, like, the treasure dungeon, and if there was a deep dungeon in Heaven's Ward. Stormlord is a great title. Good an eye. You're a man from above. I'm Kurenai, sister to the Ruby Princess, ruler of DCs. Your bearing bespeaks the strength and courage few possess. I've been waiting for one such as yourself. Is the Heaven on High. Oh, that's actually a really cool name. I'll figure out how to unlock it later, but thank you for the name at least. That gives me enough to go on. I've been waiting for some such as yourself to arrive. Though not many know it, the Ruby Princess's life currently hangs in the balance. A few days ago, a man cloaked in black visited Shisui of the Violet Tides. He claimed he had come to bestow a blessing of holy protection upon the palace. The incantation he muttered instantly drew forth a terrible spirit which took possession of my sister's body. Not long after, similar wraiths of the void began to surge forth, overtaking the palace and stealing the souls of nearby guards. Shiosai immediately evacuated everyone and has since barred people from entering or leaving the place. Officially, the Ruby Princess is conducting a private ceremony, but Shiosai and I know the truth. We have placed a seal over Shisui of Violet Tides to prevent any of the wraiths from escaping. However, it will not hold for much longer. Shiosai grows more convinced by the hour that we must destroy the dome and everyone within it, including my sister. I beseech you, man of the land, lend unto me your might. Please, find a way to save her. I'll see that she is kept from danger. Oh, thank you. Truly, I know not what I would have done had you said no. Now, please follow me. I must go speak with Shiosai.
I must meet with him to ensure he does not act prematurely and do something we will all regret. Am I just gonna have to, like, deal? Like, do I have to... Like, there's no porter here or anything? I just have to go? Either way, I suppose this is as good a place as any to end it. I gotta go. I'm hungry as fuck. And I gotta go grocery shopping, so... be seeing you later. Next Wednesday, Hollow Knight, per usual. Don't go hollow, get some rest, get some water, get some food. That's what I'm gonna do, dear God. Alright. Later, skaters.